So hello everybody. I just when I was editing this vlog, I just realized that I didn't actually film that much during my trip to Lagos in February, mostly because I was having way too much fun and I completely forgot about vlogging, and a lot of the things I was doing were like not PG enough for YouTube or social media. So I was just like having my own fun of the gram, which is okay, but I still want to like help anyone of you who is planning to travel to Nigeria this year or in the future, to just be well prepared and equipped for traveling to Lagos. So I asked people on Instagram to ask me like some questions that they have about traveling to Nigeria, because I realized some of you are actually interested in visiting Lagos soon. So I hope these few tips of mine will help you guys have an amazing stay, and you'll probably hopefully fall in love with Lagos as much as I love Lagos. So question number one. So I also written some notes before I checked your questions, and a lot of the things I was planning to discuss were also the questions that you guys had for me. So the first question was definitely about the visa, especially if you're a Kenyan and you're traveling to Nigeria from Kenya with a Kenyan passport. So question number one is, where do you apply for the visa so you could get a receipt to show on arrival? So I don't know if this person is very well informed about the visa process, but you basically can apply for a visa on arrival. You can get a visa on arrival when you get to Nigeria, so you don't have to apply for it physically at the embassy in Kenya. You can if you want. There's an option on their website to physically apply for the visa in Kenya, but I think like it's just easier to do it online. Like it's more, it'll save you a lot of time if you have it'll save you a lot of time and stress. So what you need to do is basically just log onto the website. So this person also asked things like what do they require you have while applying for the visa. These are things which I'm not going to waste my time telling you guys in this video, because everything is listed on their site. So you go to their Nigeria immigration site. It's called NIS something. Just search traveling Nigeria Immigration Services, and all the information of everything you need will be listed there very clearly. So I'm not going to be doing like a run through of the visa requirements or documents you need. All I'm gonna show you is like how much you probably need to budget for the visa. So when I traveled to Lagos in December last year, the visa was at that time was $45 US. And for me, I already thought that was a bit much, because they told us apart from paying the $45 US, you have to show up with like 100 USD just in case they decide that they need more money from you, which I found so dodge. But they didn't end up like requesting for any more cash from us apart from the 45 USD. But then when I was traveling to Lagos in February, so that was a period of 2 months, like literally exactly 2 months later, these guys had increased the visa fees on their site. And the funny thing is, when you start applying for the visa, they'll tell you exactly how much you need, how much the visa will be. But then when you get to the checkout page, the visa price is different. So like in the beginning, it was saying you need 45 USD to apply for this visa. So I went through the process. You have to fill in the online application form, you have to submit in your documents, then you get to a checkout page where you have to now pay for the visa online. When you get to the checkout page, they told us that we had to pay 135 USD for that visa. That's like 13,500 Kenya shillings. Like, what the F? Honestly, you guys, like that is so expensive for a visa to travel to another African country. And it's not like honestly speaking, not throwing any shade at all, like Nigeria, dude, like we're traveling from Kenya, which is a way more developed country, to Nigeria, and we're paying 135 USD. And for Nigerians to travel to Kenya, they only need to pay 50 USD. So I just found that so insane. And the reason they had hiked up, first of all, that was triple the price that we paid in December. And the reason they said, the reason why they had increased the price, the 90 USD we were paying for, was for biometrics. Something, they've installed some new biometric system. Okay, fine. So we paid for it. I was so annoyed. We get to the airport. First of all, Nigerian airport, like if you're traveling into Lagos, like if you're not going to like Abuja, if you're actually like traveling into Lagos, oh my goodness, you guys, like please be mentally prepared to withstand Murtala Mohammed Airport, because guys, each and every single time I've passed through that airport, because now I've passed through that airport how many times? Like 6 times, because I've traveled to Nigeria 3 times now, so 6 times in that airport, and I'm still, I can't handle it, guys. I cannot handle it. It's really terrible. Like you know how, okay, first of all, one thing you need to know about Lagos, like it's very humid. It's extremely humid. Temperatures are usually like in the 30s. So you basically need an AC like most area you go. The airport doesn't have an AC. There's just no fans, no nothing. It's just stuffy as hell. There's so much disorganization. Like it's not cute. Things don't work. There are too many lines. Like it's a shit airport. It's really like they need to do something about that airport. So first of all, be prepared to go through like a really shit airport. By the time you get to the visa on arrival place, so once you pay for your visa online, they'll give you like some forms that you need to appear with for them to stamp your passport when you get to Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos. So now once we got to the visa on arrival place this time, there was like a long line because of this biometrics thing that they were doing. So for me, I would expect that if they were, you know, like improving the system or improving the process, then it should be more like, it should be faster, it should be easier, it should be more streamlined. This thing took so long. Like we waited there for so long to get our visa stamped until like our bags were removed out from the what are these things called, the carousel, like you know when you need to go and pick up your bag. Our bags were like chucked from there because like we were just there waiting, and they had to like remove the bags there, and otherwise it would have been taken to like lost baggage. So we had to go collect our bags before our visas were stamped, put our bags somewhere outside next to the visa office, which is first of all so unsafe because you're not supposed to leave your luggage, you know, unattended in an airport. But there was no space in that tiny room for visa on arrivals to keep our suitcases, so we just had to leave them there with some askari. And then we had to go and continue waiting to get our visa stamped. So now this biometrics that is apparently $90 more expensive is basically just them taking a photo of you and putting that photo on the visa, which takes forever. And I'm just like, this is so not necessary, especially if you're going to, if this is not improving the process at all. I'd much rather just pay that 45 USD and just leave that photo. We don't need that photo at all, you know. So anyway, fine, that is now you finally get your visa, blah blah blah. Trying to get an Uber of transport from the airport is a mission. Just like be ready to look for your Uber guy. First of all, you should probably just get a SIM card or make sure that you have enough data on your roaming to call an Uber, because the airport Wi-Fi does not really work. It works sometimes, but it's not that reliable. Second of all, when you need to look for your Uber, you have to like leave the airport, and it's just a mission. Like be ready to really hustle at the airport before you leave. Like you'll enter the country in a bad mood. Let me just put it like that. Okay, I think that's all I need to say about the visa. I feel like I've covered that extensively. Should you apply for the visa after booking hotels or before? Definitely after. You should apply for the visa after booking hotels, because they're going to ask you for proof of accommodation, proof of your flight. So you need to do that after you've already planned your trip. How early should you apply for the visa? If you're applying for it online, I would say 48 hours, or you can do maybe like 5 days before, but 48 hours should be fine. Like I applied for my visa maybe like, okay, I can't really remember, but it was less than a week before we had to travel. Yeah. It's very instant, so it's not like you're going to be waiting. Everything, when you do it online, it's very instant. Yeah. Sites to book hotels, we used booking.com the first time we went. Booking.com is a really good site to get like even price comparisons with other hotels. I'd also recommend Airbnb. So, okay, I wouldn't recommend Airbnb, but I'd also recommend it because accommodation in Lagos is very, very expensive. Like, be ready to spend a lot on accommodation. So the first time we went there, we stayed in a hotel, and the second time we decided to stay in an Airbnb because it would be cheaper than a hotel. And we also wanted like a bigger space and more privacy, like Joanna to have her own privacy and for me also to have my own privacy as well. So we got an Airbnb, but guys, the Airbnbs in Lagos are just looking for finding a good, cute Airbnb with all the facilities you need, Wi-Fi, electricity, water, all of that is a mission. Like, start early, start very early. If you need me to like maybe I'll even leave the link of the Airbnb we stayed at if you guys need to, you know, get a cute Airbnb, which is reliable, is efficient, has all the things you need. Maybe I'll leave that in the description box. So yeah, be ready to really hustle for accommodation. What else did you guys ask? Is food affordable? Yes, that's one thing I really love about Lagos. The food is amazing and it's very affordable. They have really good like traditional African food, but it's very like it's such good food, but it's also very affordable and it's also in like large amounts. So you could literally like buy food for like 2 days or maybe a whole day. You'll buy like a lot of food and that food can last you like a really long time and you'll really enjoy the food and it's going to be really tasty and it's value for your money. Food is definitely affordable in Nigeria, I have to say. Places to go for shopping that are affordable. Places to go for shopping, dude, like I'm not going to when I was going to Nigeria, I was not going to shop for like clothes because first of all, I have so many clothes myself. Like, I'm a fashion designer, and before I was doing fashion designing, I was a fashion blogger and I was obsessed with shopping. So I have so many clothes. I was living in South Africa and shopping in South Africa is nice because you get to shop for like, you know, new stuff at an affordable rate as compared to other African countries. So I have so many clothes, so I wouldn't really go to Nigeria to do shopping for clothes. If I was shopping in any African country for clothes, it would be in SA. I would understand going abroad like to the States and the UK and all of that to shop for clothes because you'll probably get stuff at cheaper prices from like, you know, their stores which you would find which you would not usually find in Africa. So I wouldn't really go to shop for clothes in Nigeria. What I went to shop for was fabric and hair. So for fabric, I would recommend Balogun Market. We went there. It's in Lagos. It's on the island, I think, in Victoria Island, and they have a lot of fabric there. But I would advise you to go with someone who knows, because I feel like if we went alone, we would be so overwhelmed and we wouldn't know where to start. Or maybe someone who just speaks the language so that they don't really like con you into paying too much. So yeah, Balogun Market is a really nice place to shop for fabric. For hair, I didn't really go to a specific place to shop for hair. We just stumbled into a supermarket and they had like a hair piece section, and I didn't buy any like wigs, so I wouldn't be the best person to ask about wigs. I just bought a lot of hair piece, especially like the ombre hair piece, which is usually more expensive to get in Kenya. In Nigeria it's much cheaper, so I bought a lot of that. And also I bought like some colored hair piece which I've never really seen in Kenya, but it was available in Nigeria. So those things which I would not really find here. So I was not going there to like shop for clothes. I wouldn't actually shop for clothes in Nigeria because honestly we entered one mall and one Mr. Price at the mall, and it was just disappointing, honestly. Like, and I'm saying disappointing, and I find the Kenyan one also disappointing because like I'm used to like the South African Mr. Price where there's so much. So I don't even shop for Mr. Price Kenya, so I would not even shop for the Nigerian one because it's like no, it's not a plan. So yeah, they don't even really have, I wouldn't say. But also, we were staying in the island, so we were staying on Victoria Island. I would recommend staying on VI. It's a bit more expensive, I guess, than staying on the mainland. but it's really nice. It's cute. There are very many cute lounges, and I feel like there's more stuff to do on the island, so I'd recommend staying on the island. But I had the bigger malls like on the mainland in like Ikeja, which is like the capital of Lagos. It's funny that there's a capital inside the city, but yeah, that's the capital of Lagos, and there are like bigger malls there, but I've never been. The few malls we visited on the island weren't that wow. So yeah, what else? Places to visit. This is one I really like. Places to visit. So one thing I have to give Lagos or Nigeria in general is their investment in like chill spots, like lounges, clubs, restaurants, places to just go and chill. They have a lot of that. They have so many lounges, because I feel like in Kenya we'll have like those 2 or 3 places which you know that they kick on this certain day of the week. Well, in Lagos there are just so many different places you can go to, you know. So some of my favorite lounges, so lounges are like, okay, you guys know what lounges are. So lounges are very different to clubs in Lagos. Like I feel like in Kenya lounges and clubs can be like the same thing, you know, whereas in Nigeria they're a bit more different. So lounges are like more calm and quiet, but there's still music, but it's not like as loud and boom 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 as the clubs. So some of my best lounges were W Bar, Harvests, Moist Beach Club. Is more, it's a lounge, but it's also a club, I guess. It's such a vibe. That's like my best place to go to in Lagos. It's by the beach in Oniru. It's just a vibe. Silver Fox, that's a strip club. I would also recommend, highly recommend. There's also another strip club we went to. It's a new strip club in Lagos, but I can't really remember the name. Should I check the name right now? Yeah, restaurants is RSVP. So RSVP is also like a lounge as well, but we mostly went there for like dinner and cocktails. And their cocktails, guys, from all the places we visited in Lagos, they have the best cocktails, hands down. RSVP, they know what they're doing with their cocktails. Then we also went to this fancy restaurant where it's like, I think it's a Chinese restaurant. I don't remember what they call it, but it's, you get to cook your own food basically. And I'm trying to go through my stories to see if I posted anything. But it's at the Oriental Hotel. So if you know where the Oriental Hotel is, okay, if you want to go to that restaurant, it's at the Oriental Hotel. And then you just find there's going to be this restaurant there. It's a Chinese restaurant, and you basically cook your own food. There's a name for it, I just can't remember what it's called. Yeah, then there's also a really nice Japanese restaurant we went to. I think it's called, why can't I remember? See something. I just know it's at Landmark. So there's this beach called Landmark Beach, and then there's this it's like an events space called Landmark Conference Center. At that conference center there's this really nice Japanese restaurant. It starts with an S. I can't really remember the name, but you should definitely check it out because we had amazing food, and the space is really big, and you can get like such good food at, is it affordable? It's just more on the expensive side, but as I said, eating out in Lagos, what's expensive in Lagos is not that expensive in Kenya, because eating out in Nairobi is way more expensive than eating out in Lagos. So yeah, definitely check that out. I think those are some of my best places to visit. I feel like this vlog is already going to be so long, and though I was trying to beef it up, but now it's going to end up being like super long. I think I'm just gonna give you some more like ideas of places to go. Yes, oh yeah, so the place I was telling you about, the Chinese place where you cook your own food, it's called Hotpot Restaurant. It's really nice. I really like that. I've never done anything like that in my life, so that was really cool. Maybe I'll even like list these restaurants down in the description box so that you guys can check it out. There's also Zen Bar with, okay, this is now just some other like ideas for you guys to check out. We didn't end up visiting Zen Bar because when we went there, we were frozen at the door, which is a bit strange. I told you guys Moist, which is my best place. Yeah, I think I'll also list some other places in the description box, so make sure to check out for that. And then we didn't really do much clubbing because I felt like with the lounges we were already like padding, so we didn't have to like do much clubbing. But we did check out Cubana. If you're South African, then you probably know, you've probably heard of Cubana, because Cubana is also a range of clubs in SA which really pops. It's like the most popping club in Cape Town for black people. So they also have a Cubana in Lagos. Did I really enjoy it? I didn't really enjoy it. I just found it too loud. I felt like it wasn't really like a party, even if it was a Saturday night. There weren't that many people, but it was okay. Like it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, I think I have gone through everything that you guys need to know about. Flight options. That's one thing I should have mentioned. Flight options. So we flew Rwanda. We could have also flown KQ, which is a direct flight, but Rwanda and Ethiopian Airlines are cheaper. So if you want to like save some coin, then definitely check out Rwanda, Ethiopian Airlines. I would suggest Rwanda because their airport is really nice, so you don't have to. I've had the Ethiopian airport is a bit of like hassle and bustle, and you'll end up making very long lines, whereas Rwanda, everything is just very smooth sailing. The airport is really nice, it's clean, it's just a really nice airport to have a layover. So I would definitely suggest Rwanda. And yeah, I guess that is it. If you have any more questions, definitely leave them down in the description box. I really hope this actually helped some of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the little mini vlog I'll also attach. Sorry I didn't vlog that much, I was just having too much fun. But the next trip, once coronavirus is over and done with, I'll definitely make sure to vlog a bit more. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hey guys, so I don't know if I checked in with you guys. Actually I did not check in with you guys, but yeah, so I'm on a flight. We're currently in Entebbe in Uganda. We're on our way to Kigali. So this has never happened to me before. I've never been on a flight where like we stop in another airport to pick up new passengers. John and I were making fun of this, like it's like a matatu like stopping on a stage anyway. But yeah, so we're here in Entebbe, Uganda, picking up our passengers, and other passengers are boarding right now. And then we're going to head to Kigali, where we're gonna catch our flights to Lagos. Yeah, and I don't know if I can show you guys my master, but this is how Kaya currently looks. I really love it. So I'm just trying to talk in a low voice so I don't attract too much attention, but yeah, today's Tuesday. I didn't sleep at last night because our flight was at 5 AM, and I was like busy finishing up my dress for my birthday. Yeah, so I basically slept the whole way to Entebbe, and I'll probably sleep again to Kigali. But yeah, I'm excited to take you guys along on this journey with me, so stay tuned and keep on watching. By the way guys, I actually got this hoodie from Supreme thrifted in Kangemi for 20 bob, you guys. Like, there's a reason that thrifting just will always like flourish in Nairobi. It's just because everyone is so interested. It's so cheap, you get such good designer stuff. So I got the Supreme jersey. So that's my OOTD, my travel OOTD. And I'm wearing like some white sweatpants. Yeah. And I'm super comfortable. Yeah. Hey guys, so we landed in Kigali. I think I told you guys that. And we're sitting at this lounge called Pal. I'm with Joanna here. Wait, I'll show her just now. But look at how cute the interior decor is, guys. It's so cute. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you my outfit. But first, let's say hi to Joanna. Hey girl. Hi. She was working. Can you imagine? She's such a serious businesswoman.
We're going for work.
That's true. Okay, yeah, and then that's the lounge. Hey, this camera is making this place look even better than it looks. So guys, this is my travel OOTD. This is the most comfortable I've ever been when I'm traveling. It's just like I don't have that stress for my boots. That's why even with Batangomas, you know, I don't have like flat shoes. Like I don't have like...
Okay, but at least I can't.
Yeah. I have sandals, but I want it to be warm, so... Yeah. Stay tuned. We're about to board like in the next 15 minutes, so yeah. This is part of Team Picture. We are here at my birthday in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm so grateful that you actually came for my birthday. Thank you so much, Henry. Oh, thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Teshie. Happy birthday to you.
I love you, Joanna.
How old are you now? 25. How old are you now? It's you.
Yes. Okay, I guess that's all. Well,
Okay, as we usually sing it differently, we usually sing Happy birthday, dear Teshie. Happy birthday, dear Teshie. Happy birthday, dear Teshie. Dear Teshie. Dear Teshie. Happy birthday to me. To you, happy birthday.
Well, the Kenyan ways, you know. Okay, babe, how do we stop this? Thank you very much. It's cake time.
They're not so simple. Okay.
Many people though.
Yeah. It's so cool. Like they make sure to invest in the right time.
That looks probably better than most as they would have done, right? Other question we get, is fraud a real thing? Okay, how many people think fraud is a real thing in influencer marketing? 2 people? How big a thing is it? Big, small? Big? Okay. So Thank you.